My uncle died years ago. He was a painter, and an amazing one. But he never really achieved any great success. He was originally from the country, and his early works were all landscapes from the Midwest. They were beautiful. But there was one. I remember seeing it when I turned 13. It was an Asian street vendor at an outdoor market. The scene was very detailed. A crowd of people surrounded a street vendor. You could see his face quite clearly. It was focused, almost angry, and turned slightly to his right as he shouted something at a nearby customer. It was my favorite of all his works. So, 10 years go by, and I asked my uncle about this specific painting. He seems puzzled. He walks into another room, and when he comes back, he's holding the painting. It's exactly as I remember it. An Asian street vendor stands in the middle of a crowd. It's so detailed that you can see beads of sweat on his forehead. His face is stern. It's turned slightly to the right as he shouts something. I say, yes, that's the one. But my uncle tells me that he didn't paint this painting until a couple of years ago, when he visited China. There's no way that I could have seen it when I was just 13. A few months later, my uncle dies suddenly of a heart attack. My father and my other uncle divide his paintings between themselves. By chance, my dad gets the Chinese street vendor. I go to have a look at it. But the moment that I set eyes upon it, I get chills. The painting. It's changed. There's still a crowd. The street vendor still stands in the center. But he looks entirely different. He's no longer shouting. His face is completely emotionless, and he's staring, emptily, out at the viewer. For some reason, the change made my skin crawl. Eventually, I had to get rid of it, because I couldn't stop myself from going back and looking at it again and again. Each time that I did, the Asian street vendor's face just creeped me out even more.